I have returned for yet another beautiful day. Fucking cameras zooming in and out, trying to find focus. Today is day 69. Nice. Yesterday I had mentioned that I lifted in the morning and was planning on doing the rowing in the evening, and I wound up doing my rowing in the evening, so hooray for me. I get a check mark there. And today I decided that when I weighed in, I was going to weigh in as close to 9 o'clock as possible. So I got up at a reasonable time, which for me is 7:30 in the morning. Actually, technically I got up at 7:30 in the morning is when I started working. But I got out of bed, completely forgot about that. I got out of bed, weighed in, and I was, the number that I'm using, which is 312.1. So I was like, okay, cool. I went down again. It went down to 0.8, which is great. And then I was like, well, do your 9 o'clock weigh-in. That was your plan the whole time. And I got on there and I was 311.8 or 311.7. I forget which. And I weighed twice and it was that number. I was like, okay. And then I was like, I kind of still need to go to the bathroom. So maybe I can cheat this scale a little bit more. So I took a pee, came back, and I was 312.1 again. And I was like, so this is karma trying to tell me, like, don't push your fucking luck. So 312.1 is the number I'm locking in at. It came up on the scale. Out of 6 weigh-ins, it came up 4 times. So that is the number we will use. And then this morning, I was supposed to have a lot of free time today to actually, do work. And I wound up having 6.5 straight hours of meetings. So that sucks. I did have one person cancel, and she canceled on me really early. And she let me know, like, hey, I'm not going to make it. I'm kind of sick. I was like, no problem. Feel better. I'll see you later on. Like, we'll figure out a different time to meet this week. And then the person I was meeting with at that moment, we ended early. So I was like, I have about 45 minutes. Like, I could probably get on my bike and row. I keep calling it a bike. I can probably get on the rower. So I did. I got on the rower. I knocked out my 30 minutes. So I get my check mark for today's morning workout. So that's dope. Looking at total numbers, I'm at 5.9 for the month. Today is the 9th, which means that my goal would be at 4.5. With this pace, I might hit 300 before I go to the Dominican Republic on the 1st. I don't know why I keep saying Dominican Republic. That's not really the goal. The goal is to be at 300 by the end of the month, which is like a stretch goal. But 51.9, really happy to see that. Obviously, I had some days that weren't going super well, but wound up in the ends going okay. So let's go ahead. And I also updated my overall sheet, so I'm going to share this. And so it looks good. 5.9 monthly weight loss, 51.9 for the total. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And as you can see, like, it was pretty rocky to start and not the best, but since then it's actually been coming off. I think there was just something probably stuck in my stomach from my shitty eating that I had. But yeah, I'm doing better now. And 2.2, 1.7, 0.8. So over the last 3 days, that's 4.7 of the 5.9 pounds for the month. So that's pretty cool. And that's an average of 1.57 basically per day. But yeah, that's going well. But something I need to start doing when I'm having a rough day, like when I get stuck here and I'm like, damn, man, I'm like trying to do my best. And you just see, like, without this, because even seeing the overall progress that I've made since December 1st is very encouraging. Something like this, something like one of these fucking horrible spikes up is definitely not what I want to see. But seeing something like where I plateau a little bit and then start coming down again, and seeing when it's happened before, it's like a little bit of a plateau and then my dip, and then a little bit of a plateau, a little bit of a plateau, and then a dip. It's just gonna happen. But I need to be positive about it, and I need to not get too down on myself, because if I'm looking back on it, I don't know why this formula decided to not work. But we're just gonna extend that. If I'm looking back on it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've had 12 days in the red out of 69 days. So that means 57 days I've either stayed the same or gone down. And that's pretty good. And I need to keep reminding myself that it's like part of the process. It's just part of the process. And yeah, I need to stop like freaking out, getting super depressed when I see that. To be fair, that was also during like one of the hardest stretches of work that I've had in a long time. So it is what it is. daily calorie goal because I'm lifting is 1600, which I did yesterday as well, and I think it's going to be okay to do that. But yeah, I already calculated in my shake, which is 325. I had a 120 calorie snack because I had to go get apples. So got home and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to eat these fresh from the store. I like to refrigerate my apples so they're nice and cold, and then it's like refreshing when you have the juice. I know it's weird and I sound like a fucking weirdo. All that to say, I had 3 Slim Jims instead of an apple, which is 120 calories. Yeah, I don't remember what the fucking 200 was. I think it was just chippies, and then set up for a decent dinner at 365. I don't want to have that much chicken because it'll definitely sit in my stomach for a minute. So I am going to have chicken, but I might like put a sauce on it or something like that. Like burn 90 calories, burn 100 calories, maybe even burn 150 calories for a sauce, or I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe do 2 corn tortillas, which would be like, I think that's like 110 calories for 2 of those, and then put some cheese on them. It could be good too. Either way, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I have to lift later on today. It's 5 o'clock, so I should probably close my laptop. Most people are done for the day. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And boom. Whoa. I just realized for some reason my sheet pulled off of my tab. Let's log into Averon. Let's log into Averon. I have to click it 6 fucking times for it to work. All right, so yesterday I finished at 162 output for 2 rows, one of them 10 minutes and one of them 30 minutes, so that is pretty good. I've already had my 30-minute row today, and man, did it kick my ass. I was fucking dying. I shouldn't say barely, but I beat the challenge that I was doing, but I was struggling with it. I was on the fucking struggle bus, so not sure how much output I'm going to get from 10 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to clear what I did yesterday, so we shall see. Honestly, 40 sounds like it's what I would get for 10 minutes, so I might wind up hitting what I did yesterday, and I feel like I crushed it yesterday, so maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. Maybe I was just sweating my balls off. So either way, going to go over and do my Wordle and hopefully not fuck it up. And if you've already Wordled, don't tell me. If you haven't Wordled, don't look. Oh, I thought today might be Clout Day. We already got a lot, though. The first word that jumps to my mind is color, C-O-L-O-R, but we'll see. There's no R, so I wouldn't have gotten it, but there is an E, and they're all in the wrong spot, which makes me think it's like coddle or something like that. Coddle has 2 D's though, so that's not going to be right. I like putting the C-O. I don't think there's any words that jump out to me with what I have remaining. I really like the L-E or the E-L. Cobble has a double B. A lot of these are going to have double consonants in the middle, and put it to 6 letters if it's going to be E-L or L-E at the end. Or excuse me, if it's going to be L-E at the end. So maybe that's not what I need to be looking at. Also, what about something like that? What about something like that? Cello. We got it. All right, got it in 3. Didn't take me too long. Current 148. We'll be back there one day, and that day is 125 days, 26 days from now. Yeah, that's about it, man. You get to see my wonderful desktop. Whoa. Yeah, 10 minutes in, ready to wrap up. I'm going to lift here in about 30 minutes, maybe less, and I'll be back tomorrow.